Hey guys, so today I want to talk to you about something that's really important and you need to be careful of when you are sharing Young Living, when you're working the business, whatever, and that is compliance. So there are rules about what you can and cannot say, I guess, and I apologize in advance if this ends up being a lengthy video, but it is important to know. There are rules. So if you are sharing about something oil you're adding to your water, you want to make sure that it's in a Vitality bottle. You know why? Because these are the ones labeled for ingestion. So you don't want to use the regular bottle. If you use the regular bottle at home for personal use, that's your choice, that's your business. But as far as telling other people what they should do, you should be, sharing appropriately and sharing the Vitality bottles. Tell people to do what is labeled. Because when you're advertising off-label uses, you are setting yourself up for the potential for someone to get hurt, or someone to say that you are not following the rules, or lawsuits even potentially, because you are putting yourself, other people, and Young Living in danger potentially. So that also includes off-label uses medically, which is why I try to always say, not a medical doctor, please don't ask me for medical advice. If I say something crazy, just ask your doctor. You should never, ever say words like cure, treat, prevent. Oils can help with certain sicknesses, diseases, health issues, whatever, but you really do need to talk to your doctor about that. They're the best person to help you make those decisions. But it's just like medications, which is also what I always say. So one medication is not one size fits all, and neither is oil. People's bodies react differently to oil, so if you're advertising that this oil is going to treat their whatever or prevent them from having whatever, and they use it and it doesn't work out that way, they're probably going to be upset at you. And it's not a good way to do business, because unless you have some kind of scientific evidence backing it up, you probably shouldn't say it. If it's an off-label use, you need some kind of research write-up that was done, so when people ask you a question, okay, well, you said XYZ, but that doesn't really sound right to me, you could say, oh, well, this is where I got that information from. And you want it to be a reputable study, a reputable publishing company, whatever, just for your safety and everyone else's safety. You don't want something that someone posted on Wikipedia as, well, I read it on Wikipedia. Well, anybody can post on Wikipedia. That isn't necessarily appropriate to share that. And if you ever have a question about, especially an off-label use, you can email compliance at Young Living and ask them, well, I was reading this, would it be okay for me to share blah blah blah? And they will either say, yeah, that sounds okay, do that, or I wouldn't do that, that doesn't sound quite right, or we don't agree with whatever, or there's only been one study done on this and we need there to be a minimum of 5, I'm making these numbers up, by the way, before we can say that it's okay for you to say that, kind of a thing. So just ask them if it would be okay. There were a lot of people talking about Thieves Cleaner and comparing it to specific other brands. You can't do that because you are attacking another brand. If you want to say, thieves cleaner's awesome, I use it for everything, that's totally fine. But if you're saying it works better than insert other brand name here, that's probably a no. Just don't even go there. If you are talking to your friend and you say, oh, well, I used to use all of these other things, but now I just use thieves cleaner for everything, because you can dilute it for glass, or you can dilute it for, all-purpose cleaning or stovetop cleaning or whatever. That's your business, but definitely don't post online about it, because it's probably your friend asking you specifically how you use it, and you're saying, well, I used to have a bunch of products and now I have one product. And so that could be considered okay, but you still need to be careful there when you're saying that, and you don't want to attack any other brands, because that's not what we do. What is another thing that we don't want to do? So we don't want to make false claims about health or product uses. We don't want to specifically attack other brands. So if you have graphics posted online where you're comparing a diffuser blend to a certain blend of candle, and you have the brand name on there, don't do that. Even if you're saying don't burn candles, diffuse, and you have a picture of another brand's candle, don't do that. You can say candles in general, but you don't want to say a specific brand, because that would be the wrong thing. You don't want to attack other brands directly. That's not appropriate. That's not kind. Also, something else is you don't want to make false or exaggerated claims about income. So you don't want to say, well, if you get your kit and we'll do you some classes and we'll sign up all your friends and you'll make $5,000. I don't know, just something crazy. You can't guarantee that. And so you shouldn't advertise in that way. Young Living is set up as a referral program. When people buy kits, in the US, if someone buys a premium starter kit from you, you'll get $50. That is true. You can say that. Hey, we'll sign you up. And then if your friends sign up under you, you'll get $50 for each one of them. But they have to purchase a premium starter kit. Basic starter kits do not get the same, referral amount. You will get something, but it's not the same. And then after that, your commissions are based on levels. So there are 8% commissions, there's 5% commissions, there's 4% commissions, and all that stuff. And so if you're telling someone, we'll sign you up, we'll sign all your friends up, and we'll make you $5,000, you can't guarantee that. You don't write the checks, so you have to be very careful. You can share the average income potential sheet. You can share that with your friends. It is based by rank, but those are people who are working the business, who are making those dollar amounts, and you do need to make that clear. If you're just selling one kit a month, like not even one kit a month, you're not going to make that much money. If you don't have people on Essential Rewards, you're not going to make that much money. So you have to be realistic about what needs to happen in order for people to make those dollar amounts, hit those ranks, and do all that. Yeah, it's great if they get the referral money from referring their friends, but then if their friends don't want to sign people up or can't or whatever, the money stops somewhere. So you have to be realistic when you're talking to people about the business. And it's totally up to you how you want to share, but if you're telling them something crazy and then they get into it and they've sold a couple kits, they've made $200, and they're like, why am I not getting a check? Why am I not making any more money? You said I was going to make $5,000, and then they call up Young Living and they're talking to customer service, and they're like, yeah, well, when I signed up with my friend and said I was going to make $5,000, and I made like $200, and I don't know what to do. I wasn't prepared for this. I really needed more money. And first of all, customer service is going to be like, well, your friend probably wasn't very nice. But then also, they're going to investigate you for saying those things, and your account could get shut down. So then you are losing all the money that you may have been making. So you have to be careful about that. That is the problem with network marketing companies, is people are saying, hey, sign up and you can make all this money. And it's not sign up and you make a bunch of money. You do have to put in work if you want to make money. And that is why people get into all these network marketing companies thinking they're going to sign up and it's fine and you can make all this money, and then it's a little more than they expected, or a little more work than they expected, or it's a little harder than they thought to make money, or their friends already buy from other network marketing companies so they don't want to buy from theirs, or they bought this from their friend who's already sold kits to all their friends, their mutual friends, so like your warm market is automatically smaller, and then they're going, I don't know what to do now, and then they feel like they've wasted their money on your product. So that's not going to benefit them in any way. That's not going to benefit them if they buy the kit. They don't have product education, they don't have community support, and they have unrealistic expectations of what is going to happen when they buy that kit. And then they felt like they wasted $165 plus shipping and tax on something that they're like, yeah, it's good, I like it, but I'm not going to keep buying it. I don't know enough about this stuff. It's just sitting on my dresser. I thought I was going to make some money, and I'm really not. So why would I put more money into it if I'm not really making money? So it gets iffy, and the water gets muddy, and you don't want to treat your friends that way anyways. Especially, that's why I'm kind of iffy about selling to strangers, because if they're not comfortable asking you questions and talking to you about product education, they're not going to learn anything. They're not going to keep using products, and then at some point they probably feel like they wasted their money, and that's your fault. Yeah. So it's kind of a two-edged sword. Like, you want to sell to people, but you have to be careful, and you have to do it appropriately. And then one more really big, gigantic, important thing: if you are in a group on Facebook, Instagram, email, I don't care, you're in a group and it's a group that sells, I don't know, vegetables. You sell vegetables. It's a farmer's market group. I'm making this up. It's a farmer's market group, and you're selling on there. People are selling on there, they're trading there, whatever, they're buying from each other. And then one day you're like, actually guys, I sell essential oils now, you should all buy oil from me. That's not a good way to recruit people. They joined that group to buy fruits and vegetables from you. It's a farmer's market group. And yeah, they're probably your friends, and some of them might want oils. But to approach the whole group as, hey, I'm selling this new thing, you should buy it from me, is not good recruiting. That's not what they joined the group for. If you want to say individually to people, hey, I thought you might be interested in this, I just started doing it, do you want to talk about it? And then them say yes or no. But to pose that to the whole group is iffy. If it is somehow related to essential oils, you could get away with it. Like if you make bracelets and then you start making some diffuser bracelets as part of your Etsy shop, and then you send like samples of oil or whatever to use on the diffuser bracelets, and you start a conversation about essential oils referring to your diffuser bracelets. It's a bracelet group. You add in diffuser bracelets and then you talk about oils. That is okay. And I also would say still continue to do it on a one-on-one basis, because when you're posing it to the whole group, hey, I'm doing this new thing, you should buy it. You don't want your friends to do that to you, so you shouldn't do it to them. But also, it just doesn't make network marketing look good again, because there's nothing wrong with network marketing, but it feels dirty and it looks dirty and gross and nasty when you're like, okay guys, I started a new thing and now all of you guys need to buy it from me. Why? Some of your friends don't want it, actually. You know, oils in every home is awesome, but some people aren't ready, don't have the money right now. I would say it's investment in your health, and in your well-being, but some people don't see it that way, and if they don't see the value, then just wait. They'll be ready when they're ready. Meet people where they are. That's always better than pushing it on someone and then them being unhappy. And then, you know, if your friend is pushing stuff on you all the time, do you want to be their friend if they're always trying to sell you something? I don't really want to be your friend if you are always trying to sell me something. That doesn't feel like you looking out for my well-being. You might be looking out for my well-being, but it doesn't feel that way. So we need to make sure that we're recruiting appropriately. We're not being unrealistic about health or income potential or anything. Facts are good. Lime smells like limes. This is delicious in water. You should try it. Or this is great in a diffuser. Or have you tried lime and spearmint in your diffuser? Like, those are appropriate things to say. It's not okay to be like, if you buy one of these, I'll give you $1 million. That's dumb. Also, it's not like, if you drink a bottle of lime juice a day, you'll be so skinny. You can't say that. Everyone's metabolism is different. That's not a realistic expectation. So make sure you're being compliant, or you're going to lose your commissions, your account could get shut down, and then that's just not really fun for anybody. So this is the breakdown, I think, of all the things I said. Recruit appropriately. Don't exaggerate earning potentials. Don't really talk about off-label uses unless you have some kind of proof to back it up about properties of an oil, some scientific research, or if you have questions, email compliance about that and ask them if it would be okay. And don't say stuff that's not true, obviously. And don't claim health stuff anyways. You should be referring people to doctors. I wish I brought it over here, the Life Science Publishing desk reference. Not everything in there is going to be Young Living compliant, but if you have a question about an oil, you're like, I have XYZ going on, you flip to the page and there's going to be a list of oils that can maybe help with this problem. The ones at the top are the ones you should try first, but you know what? The first one doesn't work for everyone. You might have to go to the second, the third, the fourth one. That's why there's a whole list of them, because everybody's body is different. So it's just like that. Just be careful. And don't tell people to use the bottles labeled for topical and aromatic use for ingestion. Just for safety purposes, because then they're going to be like, well, you said I could use the regular bottle of lime instead of Lime Vitality, so I've been doing that, and now I drink cedarwood in my water. You can't ingest cedarwood. It's not safe. It is always safer to say white label ingestion. This means it is safe. Always better to do that than to make people then be like, well, you said I could do whatever, so now I'm going to ingest this other one just for funsies. And I liked it, so I'm going to keep doing it, kind of a thing. So it's to protect you, it's to protect your friends and family, people in your downline, your business builders, all that, and it's to protect Young Living. Because if you're over here saying crazy stuff, they're going to be like, where did we get this weirdo from? We got to get rid of them. They're opening us up to lawsuits. We can't have this. Just be careful. Make sure you're compliant, and if you have questions, email them and ask your upline. A lot of people actually have been offering $20 or $25 back in money for people buying a starter kit. And actually, compliance is cracking down on this. I didn't know that that wasn't compliant. I've done it before. I've offered that. What you can offer is $25 in product credit, $25 in oils that you're going to give them, stuff like roller bottles or diffuser jewelry or whatever, $25 towards a diffuser. You can get them on Amazon for less than $25, things like that, but you actually can't offer them money. And I didn't know that. I totally had done it before, and then someone was saying, oh, compliance has been getting in contact with people who are posting these graphics saying, hey, if you buy a kit from me, I'll give you $25 back. You can't do that. Also, people who are saying, now $140. Okay, well, the kit actually is still $165 plus shipping and tax. Just because you're offering them $25 back doesn't mean that it's $25 off. So be careful about your verbiage also when you're posting. And, you know, I'm always learning. If there's something else like a compliance issue that you know of, post it so that we can talk about it. I would like to do like another one of these when more issues come up. A big thing is targeting other brands, but also that $25 back. I didn't know that that was not compliant, and it's not. So that's a topic for another day, is sometimes your upline is doing things that aren't compliant, and so you can't always learn directly from them. It's always best just to email compliance and ask rather than asking your upline. But sometimes, you know, it's fine to ask your upline. Usually they're not, people aren't typically intentionally doing things that are not compliant. They're just, you know, sharing what they've done or used or whatever, and they don't mean to cross the line in compliance. And then someone says something and they're like, oh, I did that, I didn't know. And then you have to be like, oh, I'm sorry, I was doing something that was not compliant, I messed up. And I think that's fair to be like, oh, hey, I messed up on doing whatever. Like, I'll admit it myself. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Please let me know if you think of any other compliance issues that have come up for you. I really want to know. I think we can learn from each other and do better. And, you know, just make sure we're all keeping each other accountable and keeping each other safe. But bye.